Okay, everyone. So in today's video, I'm going to go over the Medicare Part D drug plans. And I'm pretty excited about this year's plans, 2024, coming up, because there's a lot of decent plans that are zero premium, 50 cents, a lot of great plans, great companies. And so I want to dive into showing you how you navigate the Medicare.gov website. So obviously the first thing you'll need to do is go to Medicare.gov and punch that in, and you'll see this guy with his arms crossed with the white beard. Now, the first thing you're going to do is go to Find Plans Now, find health and drug plans. Next thing you're going to do, of course, you see this guy with his phone, and you see the big thing is if you look here, you'll see choose the year you need the coverage and enter your zip code. So you have 2024 and you have 2023. You want to make sure that it's 2024 if you're looking at drug plans for January of 2024. And if you're turning 65 and it's October or November and you're looking for drug plans then, you want to make sure that you hit 2023. You don't want to get the wrong drug plans for that year. But in any case, let's just put in a specific zip code. So let's try a zip code in Pennsylvania. Why not? So I have no idea what this is going to look like because I haven't done any drug plans this year at all. Usually, me and my team, we work on hundreds of drug plans, but they're working on drug plans. I actually haven't done any for 2024. So I don't know what it's going to look like. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to click on, do you want to see your drug costs when comparing plans or when you compare plans? Obviously, the answer is yes. You're going to hit next. And I'm sorry if I'm going too fast. I'm going to try to slow it down. So let me just move my keyboard here so I can see what I'm doing. So let's put in a drug first. Let's put a simple drug, atorvastatin, which a lot of people take, which obviously is for cholesterol. And as you see, you put in the first 5 letters and it'll populate itself, and you can hit add. And then you can change the milligrams, 20 milligrams, 40 milligrams. You can change the quantity. This all has to do with what you get at the pharmacy. So people think that, and this is one of the questions, I'm going to try to think back of what people ask me during the year when they're turning 65 and I have to put them on a drug plan. They think once you punch this into the Medicare website that Medicare is going to see this and think, oh, okay, this is how much you have to pay. This is nothing but a quote engine for the drugs. This has nothing to do with, you can enroll at the end of this into a plan, but even if you put certain drugs in there, it's not like the enrollment goes to that company and then they say, oh, this is this guy's drugs and that's the end of it. This is what we're pricing the plan on. So don't worry about what you punch in. This is just a quote. This wants to show you how much you're going to pay. So let's put in another one that's popular, losartan. We'll just add that, 100 milligrams, why not? 1 a day. So another thing is, I tell people all the time, if you're getting like an inhaler or something like that, like an albuterol or something, whatever it may be, if you're only getting that twice a year or once a year, you have to make sure that if you're going to email your agent or if you're going to do this on your own, it's a very big deal, obviously, that you say, I only get this once a year or once a month, because that's going to affect the overall price. Now, it's not going to affect it signing up, but it's going to affect the quote that you're going to get. So let's leave it as these 2 simple, one blood pressure and 1 cholesterol. And let's take a look. Now, what I usually do for my clients, and what my team does, is we always pick out 2 pharmacies that I feel like 90% of the people go to, and that's CVS and Walgreens. So it's not on here. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go up to the distance of what I chose, and I'm just going to hit 25 miles because Walgreens is going to be the same amount, whether it's a mile away or 3 miles away. It's not going to charge more. So I'm going to look for Walgreens somewhere on. It has to be on here. I know there's a Walgreens somewhere. Here we go. So there's Walgreens. So I'm going to add that pharmacy. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, I have CVS and Walgreens here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is, let's just pick, I know Giant is a supermarket or grocery store. It's pretty big. I don't know if a lot of people get their groceries there, but I'll pick that. And then I see Costco. So I also want to choose that one. That happens to be pretty big for a lot of people. Normally I wouldn't pick this many, but sometimes I'll throw in Walmart or something because sometimes they're cheaper. Now, when you look on the screen, you see Wellcare Value Script. Now, Wellcare Value Script has been around for many years. At least in 2023, a lot of people are on that. This year, it's going from a price, it could be $8 where you are, $11. But here, I don't know how much it was for 2023. I think we can see it actually up here. We can. So it's 50 cents, the premium, what you pay the company each month in 2024. So for these two drugs, I'll look at the plan details, but you notice up here, it says you're viewing 2024, show me 2023. So when I go there, all of a sudden Wellcare is not the best for this year with SilverScript. Wellcare is probably number 2 at $11.10 for that Wellcare Value Script. So it went down over $10 for the premium per month. So this is a drop in the premium, which is fantastic because I know a lot of my clients do not take more than 2 drugs and they're generic, so they're going to want to look at this plan. Now, keep in mind this goes by your zip code, so don't judge everything that I do off of this one zip code out of the whole United States. But there's 2 things that you can do after this. You can look at and see, oh, Wellcare, okay, great, it's 50 cents. The total drug and premium cost for it says the rest of 2024, that means January through December, the whole year, is only $6. Now, here's another thing that I get from people, and I'm glad that these questions are going through my head as I'm doing this. As you see, the deductible here says $545. This large deductible is not going to affect people that are on these cheap drugs like, what did I put, losartan, atorvastatin, simvastatin, lisinopril, these blood pressure drugs, levothyroxine. It is not going to affect it. You don't pay the first $545 if your drugs are only $1 at the store. So let's just do this. SilverScript Smart Saver is the next one. Now, if you look at the difference, $6 for the entire year compared to $118. This is a no-brainer, and this is what we do for our clients. But I'm going to compare these. So I'm going to hit add it to compare, and then at the bottom it's going to show 2 of these plans. I normally wouldn't do this because I know right away that for this particular person it will be Wellcare. But if you look at the 2 on the screen, you'll see one is $9 for premium per month, one's 50 cents. This one has a lower deductible at $280, but it's not going to affect this person. And then you look at the preferred and in-network. Now, preferred is going to be the cheapest, obviously, and then in-network is cheaper after that, or a little bit more expensive. Out-of-network, of course, is ridiculous. So Walgreens on this SilverScript, if you look at the prices, you have $6 for all of these, and then on the other side, you have all these different prices. So obviously, let's go to the plan details here, and let's go back to that one plan. And this is what usually I email my clients. Like, I'll just take this whole thing and copy and paste it, and I'll send it in an email so that they can see exactly what I'm seeing. If I'm not doing a Google Meet or a Zoom call or something like that. But in any case, 50 cents is the premium. 0 is what you're going to pay. So it looks like you're not going to pay anything when you go pick up your prescriptions. So if you scroll down, shows you what's preferred and whatnot, and they're all preferred. And then you'll see the yearly drug cost by pharmacy. Well, it's all zeros going across. So what does that mean? Well, on the next line, it says total drug and premium cost. Well, if you're paying 50 cents a month, it's going to be $6 for the whole year, as it shows right here for all of these pharmacies. So then it's going to show you what the copay is going to be each month. That's 0. So you have a 0 copay each month, and the plan's going to cost you 50 cents. This is unbelievable. This is a great plan. Another thing that I tell people is catastrophic coverage. I have had people on this Wellcare Value Script as well as some of the other ones, especially this plan. But someone has contacted me, said, I got a blood clot. I was put on. I have Ozempic in my head because I just spoke to somebody who is taking Ozempic. But they were Eliquis. They were put on Eliquis, which is a very expensive drug. They were on this Wellcare Value Script, paying $11 a month. Maybe they took 2 generics, and now they called me and said, "Whoa, I went on this Eliquis. The first month was $600. That's because then they paid that $545 deductible. But after that, the Eliquis was only, I think it was $60 a month or $69 a month. Don't quote me on that. But I told them, well, yeah, this is why you got on this plan, because not only is it cheap and your drugs are cheap, but you are covered for that catastrophic thing that might happen. I mean, all he did was get a blood clot, got on Eliquis, everything is fine, but Eliquis is extremely expensive. So this does cover that. People think like, oh, well, I don't want this cheap plan and then I can't, it's not going to cover anything. No, that's not the way most of these plans work. So if you go on this and you're actually on Medicare, the best thing, 10 years ago or 15 years ago, they used to give us a code. And I love this way that they used to do it, of course, but they don't do it anymore. They would give the agents like myself a code. We would email the code to the client and say, this is your code for your drug plan. You can use this to go in and look at the drugs. I save them in this code. Or I could go back in if they said, hey, you put in there that I take, Eliquis. I only took that one time last month, but I'm not taking it anymore. I could go back in with the code and get rid of Eliquis and then send them the new plan without that drug. We can no longer do that. Now, what the government has done is you get to sign up on Medicare.gov for a profile, and you get to save all your drugs in there. So they actually want you to do this on your own. But as a company, we do it for all our clients that want us to do it. And especially we have clients that have been on Medicare for 15, 20 years or whatever. So, they're not used to doing it on their own. But this is really how you navigate the Medicare.gov website. Once again, 2024 looks like to me they have great plans, inexpensive plans. Most of the same companies that they had in 2023 will be around. But do not go off of what I just did on this video. You have to go by your zip code. There's no underwriting in Part D plans. A lot of people think that. Anyone can get on any plan as long as they're in the enrollment period. That they're unless they have a special enrollment, it has to be during open enrollment or whatever the enrollment is that you need to be to change your plan. But there's no underwriting, meaning it doesn't matter how sick you are or how many drugs you're on. The plans accept you. You just have to go through and work the system. Thanks so much for watching this video. Once again, 2024, a lot of good things are happening with the drug plans. Of course, the insulin went down. Some of these drugs have gone down, and the premiums have gone down, which is pretty good. Thanks for watching the video. I'll see you at the next one.